So we've narrowed down, I believe, our producer list to around 100 and some change.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of producers.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
Lone put
poll.
together a nice video.
He did. Shout out to Lone.
coincide with
nice package.
He worked very,
montage, so to
he worked
speak.
very hard on that. Very hard on that.
It took me all day.
Yeah, shout out to Lone because
He put
did
in
that.
8 hours.
Lone,
Yeah.
I think you said, well, we talked about this before going on about having a poll so everybody can vote to
Yeah.
see.
So I think this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So when we did the MC list, it was really just kind of us.
Yeah.
Right? We just
Yep.
filled it out and did the bracket. But I think we do it the same way, but I think we do open it up for we'll create a poll for so we'll have each one of us will act as an individual person where
Mhm.
all of our percentages. So if we'll rank each one of the producers based on whatever category or all the categories 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
And based on all the categories, that's their final score. So each one of us here will have one. Mike will have one too. And then, but for the polls as well, we're going to do a poll this year. So we're going to allow anybody who wants to submit as well. We'll combine all the poll together as one grouping to the people that can actually participate in what we're doing. So that'd be kind of cool. But I created a poll, a form, a Google form. It's not done yet because I got a couple more things to add, but it lists all of the producers on there, and it's got a 1 to 10 that we can vote for each one of them. I think we're going to go through there and just kind of rank those based upon if we think the producer should be on the list, and then we'll cut off the tail. So
Yeah.
we'll either keep 100 or however many we do, and then we'll cut those ones off. But we do have to finalize our criteria too.
Yeah.
So that's the last thing we really have to do. And yeah,
I think the poll is a great idea. One, because it helps us be interactive and it involves our supporters, which is dope. But it also gives us a chance to, like you said, possibly trim it down a little bit. And I was talking with Lone, and all of us actually were talking prior to coming on about in order to have a good, genuine conversation, there are going to be producers on the list that we may have to do a little homework on to refresh, to kind of go through some music or listen to some albums to be able to, fairly critique them.
right.
And
I don't want to give somebody a 5 on something because I don't know their material.
Right. And I think that's only fair. So I know there's going to be a handful of producers that I'm going to have to personally go do homework on and get suggestions from you guys of what I need to listen to just to be prepared. So when we actually go in, it's nothing fugazi about it.
You mean you're not up on the Ayatollah? You're not up on them Young Lord beats?
Nah, man, I got to do some research on a couple of these guys, bro. I'm a openly sleep. I will admit it. So
Openly sleep.
openly on a couple of them, I had to.
Lucid dreaming in the now.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna do my due diligence, man.
So I was thinking about, and we also mentioned in the pre-show a little bit, or before pre-show, about this list is going to be about producers that produce hip hop records.
Yes.
So a lot of the producers that I'm personally a fan of, and maybe a lot of us are, that maybe don't work with a lot of hip hop artists, won't be on the list.
And that doesn't mean they're not.
So, for example, Suff Daddy's not going to make it, even though he's got some really dope remixes and really dope instrumentals. He doesn't have a lot of work with artists. Flying Lotus is probably going to struggle because he doesn't have a thorough catalog of this.
Credible.
is kind of teetering.
𝐀𝐁𝐎𝐿 is probably going to struggle a little bit because of this as well.
So don't get mad because you don't see Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't even a contender.
This is not that. Yeah, this is
So
not
I'm
that.
I'm just saying.
But yeah. So
But they are one of the greatest production duos of all time.
But specifically, like, there's a whole sect of producers out there that are super dope. Mr. Carmax and the Selection guys, and everybody affiliated with them, and Monty Booker.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Monty Booker does work with a lot of people, but
Yeah, he does.
Smino, and but there's that's almost like a different type of list.
Yeah.
For a lot of these guys, the Takus and stuff like that are instrumental based.
It's real vibe. Like the vibes. It's just, I think you said there was someone like it's kind of
even
like
like Smino's a vibey artist. Like Gold Link, he's a
Gold Link. That's like 𝐀𝐁𝐿. His main artists he's worked with were Mick Jenkins and Gold Link. You know what I mean? So
and we talking about people that are incredible producers, though. You know,
yeah, for sure.
Really extremely talented.
But ain't taking anything away from
they're gonna. They would just struggle too much on this list. So some of those 𝗀𝐁𝐿, I think he'll still probably be on the list, but he's probably not going to do super well.
Yeah.
But like the Freddie Joe Kims, you know, the Eric Laus, you know, those type of guys, they're probably 𝗀𝗄𝘄s. You know,
we were going through the video. We started to see people pop up, and I actually caught myself getting excited because there were a few people that popped up, and I'm like, man, I know he's gonna have something to say about it towards the end, or this person might might shock someone.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to turn out. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because of the criteria. I will say that.
So let's finalize the criteria. We have a few minutes left. So I have on here, it says drum programming, melodic elements, sampling or original, body of work, longevity / longevity, could be both, I guess. Collaboration, versatility, types of different artistry that they worked with. I think that might benefit artists that work with different types of hip hop producers, but also maybe they dip into R&B as well and stuff like that. Hit making ability / cultural impact, influence, I'm guessing just upon peers mostly. Overall product, the final song quality, like how good are the songs that they produce. Listenability. Maybe we might need to cut that one because
listenability.
Because that one it's kind of based on maybe trying to bring some of these other guys in. I think we cut that one, and then style versatility.
Do we want to open that up to our community to see if they want to add anything? And we kind
it's been open for 2 weeks.
That's right. That's right.
So,
nobody's added anything?
Nothing significant. So
all right.
Style versatility. I don't know. Is that one that we want?
I think the last two, listenability and style versatility, I wouldn't be mad if those were trimmed. I don't know how y'all feel.
Listenability, I think, should probably be trimmed.
Be trimmed, yeah. Style versatility,
I can kind of see that.
Okay.
As a producer being able to.
That's important.
Kind of do more than one lane, so to speak.
Right. But it's also
where you can't just you hear it and you hear certain elements that point you to that producer, but as soon as you hear it, you can't really. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of similar to the collaboration.
That's what I was thinking.
Depending on the collaborator. You know, I guess.
I think everything else looks pretty good. Like you said, listenability. If you chop that and leave everything else, I don't think anything is doubling up. No, and I see what you're saying about the collab versus style versatility.
I think there's an argument for them still being
keeping them
though. Yeah.
So maybe we trim listenability and just
keep it at 8.
Keep everything else at 8. Yeah.
I think we can roll with that. What do you think, Jay?
No, I think that's exactly what we should do.
Okay. There it is. So we got the 8. Now we'll just go through we'll get a chance, we'll go through the poll system and
make sure we add CNC Music Factory.
Yes. Add heat.
Is that like making
God.
Metal? Like CNC machine?
No, we don't need them.
It's not CNC machine, man. It's CNC
Music Factory. Factory is in the name. What are they cutting?
CNC Music Factory.
Records. They cutting records.
That's right. We forgot to put Freedom Williams on our favorite MCs list.
Yeah, we did.
Freedom Williams, huh?